D, comedian Simply Chanel, and Bobo Lamb. February 9th at Bird's Warehouse, 2727 Russell in Eastern Market. Doors open at 7 p.m. General admission $20, VIP $50. Hosted by yours truly. Hi, I'm Jesse Peck. Don't miss Surface, February 9th at Bird's Warehouse. Special invited guests include Detroit City Council President Brenda Jones, Alicia Myers, Angie Starr, the Original Vandellas, Billy Wilson, The Dramatics, Carl Carlton, and many more. It's Surface, live, February 9th at Bird's Warehouse. Call 313-740-9651 or online at Neptix or Eventbrite.
Greetings, I'm Minister Troy Muhammad, and I would like to invite the community to join us for Savior's Day 2017 to hear a very special message by the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan.
Sunday, February the 19th at Joe Louis Arena. Come on, come on to hear the guiding for these troubled times. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Tickets, call 313-768-7502. That's 313-768-7502.
Savior's Day 2017. Join us.
You're watching W33BY, Detroit, Highland Park, Michigan. The views and opinions expressed on the following show are not necessarily the views and opinions of W33BY, its affiliates, management, or sponsors.
Welcome. Thank you. This is the Coffee Man Show. My name is Edgar Lohman, a.k.a. Coffee Man, and welcome all you visitors out there. I like to start my show by letting you guys know a little inspiration, a little bit about myself. But before that, I want to talk about my giveaways. Naturally, we're looking for 3 to 5 callers to call in and win coffee mugs, win some coffee. We also got Coffee Man T-shirts. Look like I got a few guests over there with some big giveaways, but we're not going to give that away right now. Once they come up, we'll definitely dive into that. But I always like to start my show with inspiration about how God, touched my life. And as long as I can remember, my parents was telling me about him, but it wasn't until I hit my personal rock bottom to where I realized that through the years, he's always, when I thought it was a narrow escape or how come the guy didn't shoot me, I knew that at that time God had covered me. So I've learned how to be thankful coming up and seeking an understanding from the Lord. And I started learning more. I'm 56 years old, and I started learning how to seek someone that's being led by God. And learning from them and submitting myself to how it works, and then letting God come in and fill up my spirit, because I come to realize we're spiritual beings. We're in a fleshly body, but we're just spiritual beings. If we was to take off all the flesh that we have, we all would be the same. So, the Bible talks about how 2 or more come together. He hangs out in the midst. So it really doesn't matter how far away from you are from someone else. Once y'all come in agreement in the spirit, he hangs out right there. And, it's a certain prayer that I pray every day, Psalms 51:10. It speaks about creating me a clean heart, O God, and renew a right spirit within me. And that right there, it stirs up the spirit on the inside of me, and it helps me to work on a 30-degree turn. Now, we're not talking 360 where I just make a circle and go back into the same situation. I mean, life, it sends you curves, it sends you obstacles on purpose. It does it on purpose. And if you never left your house, then you would never run into the obstacles that's supposed to show up in your life in order for your life to go to the next phase. Things happen in phases, and you want to get used to the phase. You want to find out where you are. Then you want to get with somebody, pertaining to where you are, so they can tell you how to deal with where you are. If you went way back into, I look at high school, walking down the hallway of McKenzie. I started there in the 9th grade, and I think I left in the 9th grade. I'm not sure, but they don't have records of none of that. But anyway, as I went down the hallway, I noticed it was different classrooms, and it was different teachers in there teaching different topics. And I knew every classroom that I went in, at the end of that course, at the end of that semester, people stood around and celebrated the fact that you went through multiple teachers learning multiple things, and then you were celebrated. So I look at it in my life today, as a Christian, you hear different ministers. The Bible talks about how can you learn without a teacher or a preacher. And it dawned on me that based on where I am or where you are, you can go find a minister, a teacher teaching on that subject, and find out where you are and how to get from what they call glory to glory, because life does happen in phases, and I think about Matthew 5:16, how it say, let your light so shine before men, and that right there alone, that means you're running around shining, and you're telling yourself, you're letting people know that see your light, that yes, it's from God. Yes, it's from my Father, which is in heaven. You want to always be seeking understanding about where you are, so you'll know exactly where you're going, because it really doesn't matter where you're going if you don't know where you are. So that's the inspiration portion of the show. We got some great guests. We got a young lady, a local artist here in the city of Detroit, doing a lot of moving and shaking, a lot of singing. I always told her she looked like Diana Ross. She's true to my heart. When we come back from break, we're going to sit down. She'll be right here telling me what's going on in her cup here in the city of Detroit. Stay tuned for the Coffee Man. I'm getting ready to stir this coffee up, and we get ready to make it happen. Stay tuned. Hi, welcome back to the Coffee Man Show. Like again, my name is Edgar Lohman, aka Coffee Man. And what I like to do prior to introducing my guests, if I get the first caller at 313-868-0342, we have coffee giveaways. I got a couple t-shirts, and I'll surprise the guests when they do call in on what they want for the day. But without further ado, let me invite my first guest, Mrs. Mahogany Love. Welcome to the Coffee Man Show.
Thank you.
How are you, sweetheart?
I'm wonderful.
Oh my goodness, she's wonderful. Can't you see? What's going on, young lady? Can you tell our television audience your name and how you got started in the industry?
Oh, I don't think they have records on that either, because I think I was what? Like 9 months, but even so, wow. Can't remember a time when I wasn't in the industry. First of all, my name is Mahogany Love, and you did tell me to say that, right? Okay, all right. And been doing it quite a while, and 2017 is looking good, and I'm going to do some different things this year.
Right, beautiful.
Lord willing, creek don't rise.
Right. Now, if I'm not mistaken, you done some, was it New Year's Eve? You done
Yes.
Okay.
The last time I was here with
Was it Jay Anderson or
Nope,
was it
nope.
Crystal Bailey?
Renee
The
Walking
Fashion?
on
Okay,
Faith.
Renee Walking on Faith. Yeah.
Renee Walking on Faith.
Right.
And had a great time with her, as you were there, you know that. And at that time, we were doing the New Year's Eve show, 2016 New Year's Eve show, at O'Mara's pub and restaurant, and it turned out fantastic. Before the first note, there were no more seats.
Wow.
So I just really thank God for that, for the people coming out and supporting. You got no show if people don't come.
Right.
You really don't. I mean, you can, but chairs don't clap.
Right.
So, you can't, you got nothing there. But even so, that turned out great, and I am going back to O'Mara's. I go twice a year.
Okay.
So I'll go, and I like my date to be in July instead of June. So it'll be in July. Anyway, turned out fab.
Okay.
Had a great time.
And then since that function, you've been doing different little sets.
Yeah. I'm always popping my head in somewhere because, to me, it helps you stay relevant.
Okay.
People don't know that they want you unless they hear you and see you and things like that. So I always go out and do a little bit of something here and there. But full shows that I had recently at the beautiful Northwest Activity Center. They redid the ballroom and all that stuff, and
Right.
it's really beautiful there. And January 20th, there was a 20 grand entertainment through a big birthday bash there, and full band, and it was just really great. And Carl Allen DJ'd. A lot of people around the city know Carl Allen. He performs at Motor City Casino, different things like that. Anyway, it was great, and I got to sing some jazz and some R&B, so that was fun.
Okay. So is that your music? Is R&B? What kind? If I was to say, hit a note, would you do like a Miss Luther, or would you just something R&B, rock and roll?
Well, as you know, I'm a multi-genre artist, and I do different things, whatever it calls for, and I don't really mix the two. So I do it separately for whoever because I do I'm a hired gun. I hired myself out, for different things.
And then speaking of hired gun, if somebody that's watching right now, if they want to say, wow, I got an event coming up, I would love to hear her perform, where can they reach you at, Mrs. Mahogany?
All right. You can reach me at Mahogany Love at Facebook.com. You can go to, a lot of people don't know this, but every Facebook page has an @ symbol, and that is your signature. So it will get you to the person that you're looking for a lot faster. So what you can do is go to Mahogany Love on Facebook, but you go to Mo Love, Mo Music, MOMU, Mo Love. I can't spell. MOLOVEMOMUSIC, Mo Love, Mo Music, and it takes you straight to me, because you will find other Mahogany Loves, and it's spelled various ways. Anyway, you can do that. If you want to listen to me, you can come to one of my shows, and you can also catch me on ReverbNation.com at Mahogany Love, Instagram at Nerd on Instagram, and I forgot about that. Might want to get the professional name on that one.
Right.
Anyway, so I'm very easy to get in touch with, and if you message me on Facebook, I will give you my cell number, and we can talk from there. I hire myself as an individual. I do vocal coaching as well. Those are private, and you call me and we can arrange it that way, and that is depending on what you want to do. If you come to me and say, hey, I want to learn how to hit high notes, I'll help you out with that. Or if I just want to get one song together for my anniversary to sing to my husband, I help you with that, vice versa. I do those kinds of things, it's coaching. Also, I have a band. I work with Planetary Citizens when it comes to classic rock, funk, and a little bit of soul. I work with 20 Grand Experience Productions when it comes to R&B, jazz, and danceable funk, those kind of things, old school. So I do a lot of different things a lot of different ways, and I get it done.
Okay.
I get it done.
Let me ask you, in your field, do you find yourself being more comfortable in complete control, or do you have a person that promotes you out? How do that work for you? I'm sure you had both.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so how are you rolling now, with the promoter, or are you just freelancing? And
Well, I do have some support. Everybody needs a support system.
Okay.
When you go and you have to get in the trenches and do the actual work as far as the performing and singing and all that good stuff, it is a separate job to manage and promote yourself.
Okay.
And that's very, very hard.
Okay.
I do not prefer to do it that way. I just want to create music. So I don't want to. I'm working with several people right now that are, trying to get me out there. Miss Martha, if anybody knows Miss Martha, she's taking me to Nashville this year.
Okay, wow.
And she does promoting and things like that, but she wants me to, in her words, she wants me to step it up another level, and she wants to pass me on to someone else.
And that's amazing how that works when you in the field, and because I've heard you sing, and it's like, it's something that you want to take to the next level. Because if I don't have what it takes to get you there, then I know the person so when they pass you forward, then that right there is
I'm looking forward to it. And for me, it is just that, even if it's just in its hopeful stages and possibilities, that it's like it's exciting, because I've been doing this a long time. Although I'm only 25, I've been doing this for a long time.
Okay, so you've been doing it for 24 years.
Yeah, but 24 years. So, I really, for my own sake, I need to do something different this year. I believe in every year things, because you can do that, because, in everything, and definitely in this business, it's who you know.
Right.
Don't really matter how well you sing all the time. It's who you know. But there is a certain amount of hard work you have to put into it, and I'm willing to do that. I'm willing to do that, and because I know that I don't want to look back on 2 or 3 years and I'm doing the exact same thing.
Exactly.
And I'm not scared of failure. Not at all. Everybody fails in things. So hey, what can happen is 50-50. I can succeed, and everybody's everyone has a different idea of what success is. And I am not. I want to make this very clear. I am not talking about money. It's not what I'm talking about. So I mean, with certain things, then money follows.
Absolutely.
I just make it clear. I sing for money. I sing for my supper and my electric bill and all that good stuff. So let it be known. But even with that, that only goes so far.
Now you have another. Excuse me for cutting you. You have another. Because I know you to have more than one iron in the fire, so to speak. You do like jury creativity and vending. You kind of, you wasn't finna get away with letting them know that you create jury, and you have a jury line, and you go out and vend, and you went to Vegas and bought buckets, had it shipped to Detroit, and then you came back. How's that jury? Do you have a name for that company?
It's got several names, but it does. It kind of morphed, and because I have to sing, I'm a full-time musician first. And then anybody know anything about being a full-time musician know that you're gonna have some hustles. Because if you don't, you'll starve to death. That's just for real. You can't. I can't make this stuff up. I really can't. So yes, but I love selling jewelry. But even more, another thing that I do is that I'm a seamstress. And I do regular alterations, but my real love is creating evening wear, and also to reconfigure faux and animal furs. Sorry, Peter.
Peter will be all right. So if I came in with a toe-up goat, you can take the goat. Now, no laughing on this air. We live. Now, if I came in with a toe-up goat,
Okay, you have a tore-up goat. Okay.
Right, and I wanted it to drape. Right, exactly. I wanted it to drape over my my shoulders here, like blam. Right, and
okay,
and
sweetheart,
then put a little
I
goat
can make
on
you
my
a
knees.
little goat on your knees. You doing some goat knees?
Goat knees.
Some goat cheese. Okay. All right. Anyway, we digress.
Right.
Actually, I can take your goat because a lot of times I'm sure that by the time I get your goat fur,
right,
it's going to be dry rotted. It's going to be all those things, which I'll still work with. I make everything from muffs. Ladies like the muffs. Ladies, you all out there know what muffs are, right? It's a little bit 1800 Victorian type of era thing. It's something that keeps your hand warm like this. And I make those. I make purses.
Right.
And I can make them with leather straps or metal, you know, things like that. Make you cuffs, make you ear warmers, make you collars.
Right.
And you know, I can make the purses from design, or like what I do is I'll cover a purse. I'll find a nice purse I like, maybe in a secondhand store, and I go, man, that's a great shape, you know, and put some fox or some mink on top of it, and you know.
What I want to do, I want to set up a time where we can get back.
Hey, if you sell fur, and you negotiate and you want to get rid of it, Facebook me, message me.
What we want to do, we're gonna have her come back. Based on her time freedom, because I want to see some of the outfits.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and then have a location to where, because we got an expo coming up, if not this year, the first part of next year, where we want to launch a lot of things that you're doing. We're going to go to commercial break, and we're going to come up with a young man that's been in the coffee industry for a while, but it's always lovely to see you. You know, I'm trying to find out what I'm doing after the show and let you know so we can pretty much. You know, that's kind of like dating on the air. But what I'm going to do, we're going to go to break. We're going to go to break, and we will definitely.
Do you even have a boss here?
We're going to go to break, and we will see you guys soon. Keep your cup stirred up and keep it sipping.
Thank you, Coffee Man.
You're welcome. Yes, hi, welcome back to the Coffee Man Show. My name is Edgar Loman once again, a.k.a. Coffee Man. And we have our second guest here. But prior to that, we're still looking for the first caller here at 313-868-0342. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce a young man and present the others, Mr. Roger Coates. They call you Coast to Coast, right?
Yes, Coast to Coast.
Okay.
My name is Rogers Coaston, and I've been with Organo for going on 9 years.
Okay. Now, I heard you just went straight to Organo. Now, by this being the Coffee Man Show, why would I come up with a show called Coffee Man? Obviously, we're doing something with coffee, and what I couldn't wait to do. He was in my arsenal of people to pull on the show. Was to bring up a guy that made a decision to get involved in this company almost 10 years ago and take coffee here in Michigan to another level. And because of the quality of the coffee and the herb product that's in it, I had to get him on the show. Roger, you have been following this. They call you Coast to Coast because you're going from place to place, sharing the beautiful product that we have before you. Talk about a little bit about, is it called Gano now?
It's just called Organo now. It was called Organo Gold, and it's shortened the name.
Okay.
It's Organo. Yes, the herb I was introduced to in 2008, And I'm gonna give a brief testimony.
Okay.
Okay, like many people, when we were going from fall to winter, you'd get the change was bad and hard on your body. I would get the runny nose, coughs, sore throat, and a cousin of mine invited me to a meeting to tell me about this product.
Okay.
I attended the meeting, and they asked me to sample the products. It was coffee, tea, or hot chocolate. I wasn't a coffee person at that time. And they asked me to try the tea. And I tried the tea, and almost instantly, there was a relief. And within a few days, I didn't have the draining and the coughing.
Wow. Wow.
This
Okay.
herbs is fantastic. That's in the coffee.
Beautiful. Now, when you say coffee, tea, and hot chocolate, I know a lot of people that consume hot beverages, especially in the wintertime. And now I've heard a lot of people say, don't bother me unless I had my coffee. And I think that statement right there is global. Now, and speaking of global, coffee is the second largest consumed product in the world, next to water. Water
correct.
being number one.
That's correct.
You know, and it's also second largest traded commodity on the stock exchange.
Awesome.
So I done my research on, and I was sold to the point that whatever I do, I know I need a vehicle that's going to take me to my destination. And I done my research, like I said, and I found out that it was coffee, because you can say coffee all over the planet, and that's the same name everywhere.
That's correct. That's correct.
Okay.
Anywhere in the world. And
Right.
ask for coffee or cafe or whatever. Just say coffee, and they know it.
Great, great. Now, the 10 years you've been involved in this, if I'm not mistaken, you're like 74 years young?
In June, I'll be 74.
Jesus. Okay, and you look good. You know,
feel great,
yeah.
yeah.
You look good as a young man, and are you blaming it on the product here? I mean,
I
really?
contribute a great deal of it to it, yes.
Wow. So are you exercising and swimming along with that, or?
Yeah, I exercise just like I'm doing now.
So that's the 6-inch curl. You're doing the 6-inch curl. Lord, the hell, do you see this man, y'all? I'm just.
Yeah.
Wow. Let me ask right quick. Where can you be reached if someone was interested in your structured way of doing? Because I'm sure you have a system of what you do every day pertaining to the consumption. Where can you be reached at?
313-550-0987.
Okay.
That's 313-550-0987.
Okay, and you also have a website they can reach you on as well?
Yes, Rogers Colston at sbcglobal.net is my email, and Rogers Colston at organogold.com.
Wow, that is beautiful, man. I'm excited. I'm reaching over here. We are a herb company, and what we did was make a decision to add the health to the habits, and habits being something you do every day, like brush your teeth, use soap, drink coffee, tea, or hot chocolate.
Exactly.
We even have a black iced tea, and then we take nutraceuticals and things of that nature. And wow, so the guy, Bernie Chua, came up with the concept to add the health to the habit, and this has been taken off like wildfire.
Yes, he was a genius. He was able to infuse the coffee into all of these products.
Wow.
So
Wow.
you will use them every day. You use soap, you brush your teeth, and you drink coffee, tea, or hot chocolate. We have it in capsule form also.
Right. Wow, that is beautiful. I want to give the call. We got about probably 15 seconds, 15 minutes. I was gonna bring my daughter up. I try to bring somebody up in my family at the end of every show. Without further ado, can we bring up Miss Elizabeth Loman? Mrs. Young Lady. This is my sunshine right here. Hi, honey. How are you?
Good.
Mwah. Right.
How you doing?
And it's amazing, y'all, how we do this. This is a family show, and we always looking for people that's interested in exposing what they do. You know, I believe that greater is he that is in me, that is better than he that is in the world. You know, and you can vividly visualize yourself as the person you want to be and work on enthusiastically achieving your goal. You shouldn't have no problem if you was to write down your life a few days ahead of time. Go back and start living it one day at a time, and all of your dreams, all of your wishes will come true. You believe that, young lady?
Yes.
So what do you have to say to our viewers?
Thank you for my dad and everybody coming up.
Oh my goodness. You know you're going to be doing the show in August, right, on your
Yes.
birthday? That's a beautiful thing. Wrapping up, Roger, I appreciate the service. Dude, I love this product. I followed you in different cities going around, getting the recognition on the stages at the different facilities. If I'm not mistaken, they got something coming up in August. March the 4th and the 5th?
That's correct.
Okay, in Vegas.
In Vegas, yes.
Wow, okay. Yeah, so stay tuned for what's more in the Coffee Man's Cups. We're going to have some invitations given out next week on getting involved and looking at the coffee company from the inside out. All right? Y'all stay tuned. God bless. And keep it 101 sip at a time.
Bye.
Ah!